You see, with Ramaphosa now, we told them this guy is a greedy businessman. You can't have a businessman as a president. He's going to prioritize money over the interest. Hi. There he's sleeping on top of man.
I thought it was $1 billion. I thought it was only 60 million. It's $1 billion.
It's a lot of money.
They only stole 60 million, but there was $1 billion in there. Yeah. They couldn't even take all of it. That's how much it was.
Yeah, and that's how capital works. It thrives on making more money. So they don't know the limit.
Why is that the case? Why do people abuse state funds and just want more money? Like, we get it. No country doesn't have corruption.
Yeah.
It's all around the world, right? But at least, like, eat, but let the electricity work. Let the roads be fixed. We wouldn't even care.
Yeah. There's no corruption in China. You'll die. They'll kill you. There's no corruption in Cuba. Those are socialist states.
Yeah.
They are not driven by
Capitalism.
Market fundamentalism. They are driven by the interest of the people. So in a capitalist society, the interest is, I must make as much money as possible. Even, let's take ESCOM, for instance. There is absolutely nothing wrong with ESCOM. You must make it dysfunctional before you sell it so that everybody buys into the idea of you selling it.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with SAA. There was an airline now recently privately owned. It collapsed, it failed. And then you are privatizing the SAA because you want to create an impression that when they are privately owned, they are successful. What about this privately owned one that has just collapsed? Which is a clear evidence that it's not true that when they are privately owned, they don't collapse. The job of SAA is not to make profit, by the way. Is to transport people. So it's a means of transport. So the state must subsidize it. The least SAA can do is to generate enough money to run it. It must not run at a loss. It must generate enough money, break even to run itself. Not to make profit and say, oh, SAA has made a lot of profit. What profit for what? We don't want to make money out of SAA. It's an intervention of the state in that mode of transport. Because if we don't, only white people will fly and the super rich. So we want you to also fly to Cape Town. Otherwise, you'll use train. So the state must subsidize that. And I've got a problem with you, the people of the middle class. When the state pays, you have a problem. Hi, we have been paying. We have been paying. The job of the state is to pay. That is his job.
Yeah.
There at my house, I pay. I can't one day complain, hey, I'm paying here. I'm paying. No, I pay. I can raise complaints, Urbana. These tinkies, I just bought 6 2 days ago. What happened? But no, they are finished. I must pay.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be a responsible father, I'm going to say, hey, I'm no longer paying. No more eating of tinkies.
Yeah.
They'll go and eat them next door and worship the people next door.
We were saying the same thing on the previous episode with ESCOM. They're creating the chaos and they're going to provide the solution. Because right now, if they say pay an extra 1,000 rand and there's no load shedding, I will gladly pay that.
Because we're desperate now.
But the problem is in the old infrastructure, which will not take more than 24 months to fix. And if you don't have capacity, the Chinese can come and do it for you at a cost. But they will do it, and they will do it to your own spec. You must do the spec. The Chinese will do it. They're more than willing. Why is there no train, a fast train between here and Musina, with so many cars and so many accidents? If we get a fast train, which is not hallucination or madness, it's possible. It's running already in China. If the Chinese can do it, they can do it for us, and we pay them. We've got a lot of minerals. We can go and mine gold for them and pay them with gold.
Of course.
Or diamond or whatever.
And they need them they need me.
Then we reduce this. No. We found Transnet working, transporting tons and tons of minerals. We have collapsed Transnet. As a result, there are too many trucks on the road.
Oh.
And too many trucks on the road means death. Because many of them are not in good condition. Many of them just turn the way they like because they know they are not at risk. Let's go and fix Transnet. So infrastructure is collapsing right on our face.
Yeah, it's bad.
There is no road in South Africa without a pothole.
Yeah. And they're getting bigger and bigger, these potholes, man.
And no one is doing anything. But South Africans will be worried about a man who goes to Ibiza with his wife when they've got so many problems. I'm not their president. They've elected their own government. South Africa, you've got the government you deserve.